Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make a lasagna. We're going to make a very large, beautiful, tasty, delicious lasagna. Part of it is going to go to my mom and dad and part we're going to eat here. So let's move along so we can speed up things. First, I have 2 large eggplants here that I've sliced about 1/4 inch. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on them. A bit of olive oil, because they soak up a lot of olive oil, and some salt and pepper. And I'm gonna stick these in the oven. I'll put the lid on and stick them in the oven. So I'm gonna bake these. Second, I have about just a little under 1 pound of green baby spinach. I'm going to put it in a pan here. Again, a bit of olive oil. Not a lot, you don't need a lot for this. And some salt and pepper again. Turn on the fire and let this cook till it's nice and wilted. Next, for our lasagna, we're gonna make the sauce. So the spinach and the eggplant, we're gonna layer it with the layers. For the sauce, we're gonna need, I'm using 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, medium, a large can of crushed tomatoes, a little can of tomato paste, spices. I'm using a large tablespoon of dried oregano leaves, a teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of red Spanish paprika, a large teaspoon of garlic flakes and garlic powder, and about 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. For salt, I'm using some anchovies instead of salt. I think there's about seven little fillets there. This is about 7 cloves of, the number 7 is very popular today. 7 cloves of garlic, 2 large onions, regular cooking onions, about 2 pounds of shredded mozzarella cheese that we just shredded here in our machine, 1 pound of mushrooms that I just chopped, and 2 large green peppers. So let's move ahead and start. First, I'll put some olive oil in my large pot. Make sure the pot is large enough if you're going to make this big quantity to be able to accept everything. Turn the fire on. I've already chopped everything, as you can see, so we speed up things. And this won't take long. It'll heat up very quickly. And for the lasagna, of course, we have our boiling water, and that should take about 10 minutes. We're using 100% wheat lasagna, so it's a really good quality, very healthy, high in fiber lasagna. This is, we're doing 2 boxes, each one is about 400 grams. Make sure your water is boiling first. Once the water boils, you can turn down the heat a little bit. Make sure the water is salted, and then put your lasagna. And this is probably hot already, so I'm going to start putting my onions and my garlic. Quite hot yet, but it'll get there. And as you can see, there's a lot of components for this lasagna because it's going to be very tasty. It's the type of lasagna you would have in a restaurant, at a fancy Italian restaurant. So our onions are ready to receive our garlic, as you can see here. Put the garlic in. I can add my anchovies right now because I want my anchovies to melt and disintegrate. And now that we added these anchovies, we have to be careful how much salt we added because we're using this instead of salt. It's also flavoring component. You'll never taste the anchovies in this, but you'll taste a lot of flavor. And don't worry, they will melt away. By the time we finish our sauce, which should take about a half an hour or so, our eggplants will be ready. Our spinach will take maybe about 7-8 minutes, max 10 minutes, and we'll turn the fire off of that. So all we put in here is just some oil, salt and pepper. So this here is ready to receive our meat. And always taste your seasoning, it's very important. So you don't over-season or under-season. Our water is boiling, I'm going to add my lasagna. Make sure your water is boiling before you add your lasagna or it will stick together. So now it's not going to stick together anymore. I'll add one box. I'm going to make 2 boxes. Wait till it goes down a bit. Yeah. Just give it a few seconds. So I don't want to break it. I want to keep it in one piece as much as possible. So I can layer it better. And see how it doesn't stick? Because water is boiling. It's salted. And this will take about 10 minutes in boiling water before it's cooked properly. There we go. Looks like... Yeah, our spinach is done. I'm going to turn it off. Perfect. Nice green color. All well wilted, perfect. Let's turn it off. That's done. Our pasta is well covered. Now we lowered the heat because we don't want the water to overflow. We put it down to medium or below medium. Because if we leave it on high, it's just going to overflow everywhere. It's going to boil over. So perfect. That's good. And we keep it like this. We don't close it all the way. There we go. And now we concentrate on this. Our eggplant is baking in the oven. It won't take long. By the time the sauce is done, the eggplants will be done. Now is the time to add our mushroom and green pepper. Nice freshly diced mushrooms and green pepper. And if you have too much sauce, you can freeze this. So you can make it and use it again the second time. Make it for 2 or 3 lasagnas. Ready to add our spices. And make sure we stir them well. Make sure everything is covered with them. And our kitchen now all of a sudden smells like magic. It's delicious. So good. Now you can opt to leave the minced meat, the ground beef out, and you can make that as a vegetarian lasagna. It's up to you. It'll just taste exactly the same, just without the meat. It tastes just as good. Sometimes we do that. But my parents love the meat, so. And now I'm going to add my tomato paste. I don't like to waste. At this point, I can lower the heat to medium. Yeah. And it smells delicious. It's going to be a very, very hearty lasagna. And now I'll add my crushed tomatoes. And I'll let this simmer for a while. Also, you can leave out the red pepper flakes if you want. But that does give it a really nice flavor. Not just the heat, it gives it a very nice flavor. And that's what's going to look like. And you just let it simmer on low heat now until everything comes together properly. And very simple at this point. Also, if you want, you can put a quarter teaspoon of sugar. If you find that the tomatoes are too acidic, and that will take away any of the acidity. But as you can see, our lasagna meat sauce looks fantastic and it tastes great. And now we just wait. It's been exactly 10 minutes. We put our lasagna pasta in our boiling water and it's ready. Definitely ready. So we're going to turn off the heat and strain it. And we'll let it cool off a bit so we can work with it. Okay, it took about 45 minutes for the eggplant and they're ready. Nice and in the last 10 minutes I took the covers off. I took the cover off and left them in the oven for another 10 minutes and that's it. Our sauce is ready. So now we're going to start putting together our lasagna. Ooh, that's very hot. Don't touch your pot when it just came out of the oven. It's not a good idea because it's going to burn you as it just burned me. Oh, that is so hot. Wakes you up. So now we're just going to start layering our lasagna. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to put a bit of sauce in the bottom. Just like that. This is going to be a huge lasagna. Use one of these here, flatten it. And put my pasta right here. Start layering it. You can see this is beautiful whole wheat. It's good quality wheat too, Canadian wheat lasagna sheets. See, so we can be generous with our sauce. Just want to make sure that every bit of these pasta sheets gets sauce on it. It's very important for the taste, because we don't want to cheat anyone. Pasta here. Perfect. Sauce. Just a bit more sauce here this time. Not as much sauce. We're gonna build it up. Slowly build it up. Right about now, I'm gonna put in my spinach. This was a lot of spinach, as you remember, a whole pack full. As long as every slice of lasagna gets some spinach, we're good. Make sure we put all the juices in there as well. Spread it out a bit more. Yeah. There's a lot of spinach there. Now I'm going to put my first layer of cheese. And here we don't have to put a lot of cheese yet, just to make sure there's cheese everywhere to bind everything. Just, yeah, like that. Just like that. That's plenty. Perfect. Now we put more pasta. And let me tell you, this is going to be one fantastic lasagna. Big, thick, very rich, very hearty. Right there. We put a little bit less sauce now. There's already plenty of sauce. Gotta spread the sauce out for the whole thing. Now I'm going to start spreading my eggplant. And these are still very hot. have to reach for my eggplant. Delicious. I use all of it. Might as well. So this, my friends, is going to be a very, very delicious, hearty, rich, true lasagna. Now I'm going to put my second set of cheese. Again, just enough to bind everything. That's fantastic. There we go. And the rest we'll put on top. I have a couple more pieces of eggplant here. I'm gonna put those just there so we don't waste any. Anywhere is fine. Just like that. Now I can spread the rest of my sauce. Empty the pot. Sorry about that. There we go. Just as long as there's sauce everywhere, there's plenty of sauce in this pizza, don't you worry. In this lasagna, I mean. There we go. I'll just spread it out. And we're gonna bake this after we put our cheese. We're gonna bake this at about 350 degrees for about 25-30 minutes and it's done. And again, there's a lot of cheese, a lot of sauce in this lasagna. It's well spread, well distributed. Now we just put this in the oven until it's nice and brown on top, and it's done. Our oven is already preheated at 350 degrees and it won't be long. maybe up to 30 minutes, and it's done. It's been about 40 minutes. I took it out halfway and sprinkled a bit of Parmesan cheese on top, just a little bit, just for extra flavor. And gonna sprinkle a little bit more dry oregano leaves here like this on the surface, because I like the smell of oregano. Now we're gonna slice this, and we'll take a slice. And this is very deep dish lasagna, so you don't have to make them big slices. And I'm not gonna overcook it too much now. It's already cooked anyway, but brown it too much because I'm sure you have to heat it up again when you want to eat it. So about this, that's a perfect size. And that will, it's a nice big portion. Let's do this one here like that. All the way through, make sure it's nicely cut. And already feels very good to the knife. It's a nice thick lasagna. It smells so good. Now, I am going to take my first slice. Yes, this is the biggest slice, you're right. Perfect. Truly the perfect lasagna. And now I'm gonna go sit and enjoy this slice of lasagna. Here we are. The perfect thing to drink with a good, bold flavored lasagna like this is a nice, good, bold red wine. Time to taste. Nice, lots of cheese all the way through. Our eggplant is very flavorful. It's good. Very satisfying. My God. You should try this. The lasagna is cooked perfectly al dente, yet easy to eat. The sauce is unbelievable. Out of this world. So full of flavor. Perfect lasagna sauce. This is very good. And as you can see, it's a full meal. It's a nice deep dish, many layered, and very satisfying. Please do give this a try. Like, subscribe, and share our videos. And until next time, I hope you enjoy this. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.